All right, so good rising, you guys. It is 3:10 a.m. on my side of the world, and basically, oh no, I don't want it to start yet. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I'll just have to let it update. So the music and stuff may stop because my television is about to update. Normally, I'm not even up at this time, so it wouldn't even matter. Um, anyway, you guys, I have been led to get up and see what is going on right now. Both, of course, in the spirit realm and therefore, of course, what's affecting the world events, okay, at this time. And so that's why I'm up doing this reading. I was up talking to a sister friend of mine, and I think I kind of had got in the Inspector Gadget mode, and I didn't want to do that. So, I mean, I'm still doing that by way of getting ready to channel this, but instead of just coming into it trying to speculate, I was led by spirit to just go ahead and ask some questions. So that's what I'm about to do now. I was led to um, write down the questions that I'm going to ask. So I'm going to read those to you guys just so you'll know. And I just wanted to show you guys how it was going for those who might watch. This will be a long video, maybe, maybe not. But with me being long-winded, I do feel like it might be pretty lengthy. But I also feel like this message is going to be timely. Just put it like that. Okay. All right. So here we go. The first question that I asked of Spirit, before I do that, I was led to pull some affirmation cards. And I was also led to pull a card about the divine feminine energy. So I'll go ahead and read that first. I asked Spirit about what affirmations um, would basically coincide with the messages that are going to come forth for us today. And so the two cards that came out are the black onyx and the morganite crystal. Okay. The archangels that are associated with those are Archangel Michael and also Archangel Uriel. And if I'm not mistaken, Uriel is an angel that also helps with our own self-confidence, our self-esteem, and knowing who we truly are, like at our soul's level. Okay. And of course, Archangel Michael is an angel of protection, which I feel is extremely fitting at this time. All right. So hold on. Thank goodness that was quick. Okay. YouTube, self love music. All right. With the divine feminine energy, I asked Spirit what divine fem energy is at work, or do we need to embody at this time? And so, am I going to find my pick? I hate when I don't find what I was listening to before. It's okay. Bear with me, you guys. Okay. So when I asked what divine feminine energy is at work or that we need to embody at this time, I got, you guys, like I was so emotional already. I have been fighting back tears, since about two because I spirit I know is here and I know they're working with me. So the divine femme energy that came out is Thekla. And it says, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. You guys, hold on. I'm going to show you what I just did this right. Wow. So this is my mirror that I use for manifestation. It is my mirror that it's my scrying mirror. I was led to get this. Okay. Long story short, this rising, just before, like when spirit moved me basically to come and do this reading, I picked up my mirror and I called forth what I wanted to experience in this day. And one of the things that I was led to do and say is, Spirit, I call back all of my knowledge and my gifts and my understandings from all of my higher selves in every dimension to serve me at this time for my highest good and moving forward and for the collective. So I called it back to myself first, right? To be a beacon of light for the collective as well. So this was part of what also made me want to tear up because I'm like, I'm just doing what my spirit is instructing me to literally do. And this is the first card that comes out about the energy that we should be. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. Yeah, spirit is definitely present. And then the overall energy or the bottom of the deck for this message is still such another beautiful in alignment message of Perpetua, the Saint Perpetua. It says, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. First of all, this full moon in Aries, this has been what it's been about. It's about self, knowing who we are. For a lot of us, getting back to the inner child is going to help us with that. The overall energy for the affirmation cards that was pulled is the card of Malachite. And Malachite is a card that deals with strength. The archangel associated with that is Raphael. And that's about going within. I'll read all of that in a moment. Now I have to hop back into finishing getting the questions, okay? So the first question that I asked the spirit after those is, what is happening in the realm of spirit at this time? So from the Soul's Journey Tarot, I got the card of loneliness. Loneliness. And it says, I know that I am never alone. And so what spirit quickly gave me, based off of both this imagery as well as just a message that came in right away, is that our like spirit is working behind the scenes on our behalf at this time. Our spirit team is working to serve us, to minister to us, to protect us, all of that, to give us insight. Okay, the second question is, what is happening in the world at this time? Spirit, please give us the messages. What is happening in the world at this time? I'm just going to go ahead and pull all cards, and then I'm bookmarking them in the booklet because I may have to use the book, but if messages come in to me, I'll just be channeling. What's currently happening in the world, Spirit, at this time on a world scale? This deck that I'm shuffling now is my first deck of cards that I ever purchased when Spirit first called me to this. Beautiful. Um, I forgot to read the bottom of the deck for the first question. The bottom of the deck for the first question is acceptance. Acceptance. It says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. At the bottom of this deck, we have nourishment of the soul, number 32, Pacha Karmak. Pacha Karmak. And I will look that up too and bookmark that as well in the book. I forgot to do acceptance in this book. I was led to do this. Like, I wanted to do this off camera, but I was led to do it on camera so that you guys could just see everything for those who care to. I just feel like this message is kind of heavy. It's pretty big. I just feel like so many messages are just really coming in, and it's messages that have actually been coming out during my general readings as well. So the next question that I asked of Spirit is, what is hidden from the public at this time? One more shuffle. What is hidden from the world, or from the public, excuse me, at this time? What is hidden from the public at this time, Spirit? Hmm. So the bottom of the deck for the answer that came out from Spirit is, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Spirit is here. Spirit is here. It says a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. You guys just watched me. Y'all, if I cry, know that it is bittersweet. Know that it is really just how I'm feeling, how Spirit deals with me. I have a pine thistle as well here that I was led to bring. And I know that pine cones and the pine tree tends to deal with abundance and fertility and protection through winter and through the months where everything has died. It's a sense of abundance, even in a time where everything around is honestly experiencing a rebirth. So that's somehow very significant. Okay. But anyhow, baby, look, Spirit is on a mother flipping roll. The card that actually came out, you guys, for us says a time for healing, a time for healing, the balsamic moon. So I'm going to get that. Okay. Um, the next question I have is how can we best prepare for these spiritual world events? Hmm. I'll use this deck. I'm almost done with setting up, guys. We'll be able to start getting into the nitty gritty of the details in a moment. I'm just literally doing what I heard. That is how I roll. All right, so the last two questions will come from this deck. The last two answers to the questions will come from this deck. Spirit, how can we best prepare? How can we best prepare for these spiritual and world events? How can we best prepare, Spirit? How can we best prepare? The card that just came out is Lunar Eclipse Change. I want to pull one more card for that. Here we go. 10th house, the world. So that message is change the world in a way. There's another card that's here. I'm going to take it. And it's the air element of communicating. So I'm going to have to find all of those. Last and final question. What is the most likely outcome for the highest good in regards to these spiritual energies and these world energies? What is the most likely good? Or what is the most likely outcome for the highest good? Spirit, what is the most likely outcome for the highest good of both these energies? Two cards coming out, guys. First card out, Saturn, truth. The second card, void of course moon. And it says missing. All right, so those are the answers. Overall energy after getting those answers is the roots card, fourth house. That is about family. That is about origin, where we come from. That's about ancestors. It's about birth, marriages, unions, all of that can be encompassed in this card. But anyways, let's go ahead and let me get those bookmarks. We had the lunar eclipse. I wish I could press pause on here, but I cannot. So first house, let's get the fourth house right there. That's one that needs to be read. The world card did come out too. So let's get that. Air communicating came out. All right. And now we're just looking for the lunar card. Is that at the front? It is, I think. Saturn here, true. Okay, bear with me, you guys. Please bear with me. I am asking, but you don't have to. Here we go. Lunar eclipse change, and now I need the void, of course, moon 52. All right, you guys. So we're about to hop into the reading, okay? All right. So the loneliness card. Well, no, we're going to hop into this card, which is the divine feminine energy that we need to be embodying, and that's really already here and present. So I'm going to start off though with the bottom of the deck meaning. So let's get the saint of authenticity. Let's get her. It says, when your soul selects her card, here we go. It says, when we find the courage to be true to who we are, a life, a vitality returns to us. A voice that is both moving and compelling simply because it's authentic. Saint Perpetua suggests that there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She's that person who remained loyal to her soul. And she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now, even in the face of death. She courageously held fast to her truth that she was a Christian. Her right hand reveals the Christ mudra. She also reminds us that journal writing can be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, of listening to the soul voice inside of us, and of going inward to find our answers. Perpetua is a call to a journal writing practice, even if it's just to record our dreams every morning. The inner voice that greets us as we write strengthens our authenticity. That voice becomes a light, a fire that calls to us and claims us as we dare to live out its truth. So, the soul voice meditation says, what is the truest statement I can say about who I am? And the intention is, I am my authentic self in all circumstances. So again, I did mention this full moon in Aries. That's what our responsibility is here, to find out who we are at a soul or core level. That's our burden. That's our cross to bear. That's where we should be putting the most effort and the most work. And I get that extra part from the Ten of Wands. Some people may feel exhausted, or some people may not even ever take on that journey because it's so much responsibility. But I've been hearing the message lately about, to whom much is given, much is required. Okay. um the other card that's here is about calling all of our power back to us. And so that requires the work and effort of being authentic, of sitting with yourself to figure out who you are, who spirit says you are, because that's who you are. Here we go. Moving on. These are already going to take a long time. So listen to this. Listen to this. Look at what's here as my bookmark. I didn't look at nothing, just pulling. The high priestess is here. Thecla is a prophetess in her power. And it says, I call back all my power to me from every lifetime. From all times and all places, I am my own. And this divine feminine energy is for both males and females. Moving on. When your soul selects her card, it says, your life is up to you. Yes, there is power of prayer and of faith in asking for all possible spiritual support, but there's also divine will within each of us. It's will that's aligned with the soul's purpose. We remember what true power is when we divest all outside authority of the power that we have been giving them. Power is calling back all the control that we give to others to dictate our lives, our potential life partners, our family members, our culture, even our ego's idea of who we should be. Thecla reminds us that we do not need permission to be who we are. We can cut our hair short and baptize ourselves. We are not bound by anything except the dictates of our own soul. Her mudra is one of awe and wonder. We have all the power right now within us to take our life into our own hands. That's the source of fire itself, the divine will to call back our spiritual authority and claim this life as our soul's own. Where have I given my power away? Intention. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. Listen, more of that fire sign Aries energy, right? The Aries is all about the self. That's the reason why, if I'm not mistaken, according to some of the research and that's already been out there that I've read, Aries rules the house of self, the first house. This is what we're getting back to. This is what spirit is calling us back to. I hope you guys are catching it. I hope you're catching it. So it's looking like ascension, and part of the ascension process and the growth process is actually getting back to who you really were. Soul purpose wise, spirit wise. Who are you? It is imperative that we know. And it's more than just this lifetime. This card, Thecla says, calling back all power from all time. That's big. I'm literally hearing that because of what's happening in the world at this time, we're going to need all of our knowledge, all of our spiritual gifts, all of our powers and wisdom on how to utilize those powers. Whew. I'll read the affirmation cards last. The first question we ask is, what is happening in the realm of spirit at this time? I feel very confident with the message that I got at first, which is that our spirit team and our guides, they are working behind the scenes to ensure that we are taken care of. But let me tell you how. First of all, a lot of us, spirit says, we are feeling as if we're lonely. There are many of us who may not have, we may not have joined a partner yet, or we may have had a couple different relationships. Let me turn this up now, because now we don't have to necessarily, okay, boom. A lot of us are very spiritual beings who we long to be with someone, right? But there are many of us who are being called to a season right now of what we're perceiving as loneliness. We're not lonely. Or what we're seeing as loneliness is because we're not actually understanding the gift that we are being given at this time. And that is to have no interruption from any outside influences other than our soul. This is a time that we are supposed to be meditating and getting to ourselves. Most of us who are experiencing loneliness right now, I am going to venture out to say that we are a part of the elect, the chosen. And I'm not saying that those who are not, I'm not saying that those who are in unions are not. Please don't misunderstand me. You could be in a connection right now and still be feeling lonely. And the reason is because spirit is calling you to themselves right now. They've got a message for you. And the message for you is about who you really are, about the powers that you possess, about the role and the purpose that you serve here and now, about the powers and the knowledge and the wealth of information that has always been you or within you. Spirit's trying to educate many of us. Let me go ahead and read this from the book. Those are just my first initial thoughts. I'm going to read the first card, acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Here we go. It says, right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm, a rhyme, or reason to everything in life, rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring. Refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Look at this. Look at this card. That's the bookmark here. The Empress. Whew. Wow. The Empress is a card of being in control, though. But maybe the lesson is that the way that I'm hearing, the way that we are in control is to recognize that we have no control. This is how this energy gets the control, to realize that he or she has none. This is a person who ebbs and flows with those rhythms of life. Ooh, they understand divine design. Maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You see it for what it is, and you recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. That's just the overall energy. Let's go ahead and get the loneliness card. It says, I know that I am never alone. This card comes to you because you must be reminded that there is a difference between being lonely and being alone. Feelings of loneliness originate from a sense of not appreciating the most important person in your life, you. If solitude seems like an affliction, or if solitude seems to suck for you, then you need to work on creating a healthy relationship with yourself. Whew. I just heard not only tolerating yourself. Mhm. Only then will you attract others who will nurture your soul. If you don't develop a healthy relationship with yourself first, then you will only draw unhealthy relationships to you. To create a healthy, positive relationship with yourself, you must begin to feel worthy of love. Oh my God. So I literally just saw an image of someone maybe purchasing flowers for themselves. Okay. I know that that's something that spirit literally has instructed me to do for myself, which I have yet to do, but it's in my spirit to do it for myself. And most high willing, later on today, I'll make that happen for myself. But whatever it is that we think we desire from a romantic partnership, spirit says to do that for yourself. Whatever your little long laundry list, or it could be short, whatever, male or female, whatever it is that you desire from a partner, do it for yourself. That's a message that Spirit gave me a while ago. It's in the book, Choose You Again. So dope. Here we go. The pessimism of this physical dimension can affect your self esteem if you don't have the strong conviction that you are valuable and meaningful. So don't view solitude as a weakness because it is merely your soul telling you that it is time to do some inner work and reevaluate your path before you start to shine. As you sit in the silence of your soul, you will realize that your spirit family, teachers, and guides are with you and you are never alone. You guys, we are at the precipice of major life alterations, redirections, and the choice is ours. And so this is the reason that it's so imperative that we sit with ourselves so that our spirit team can give us instruction, so they can answer our most deepest questions. Yeah. Make time to tap in, you guys. Please, 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 please. That's been a message that's been coming through for a while now. Okay. Moving on. The next question that we ask of spirit: what is happening in the world at this time? The overall energy that came from that is the number 32, Paka Karmak. And I'm going to go ahead and find that understanding in the booklet now. I'm not even going to. But it says nourishment of the soul, which is still an energy of seeking inner guidance. See, that's about our purpose. I'm going to shut up. Let me shut up. Look at this. This is a meditative card, if ever, aside from the Four of Cups. Because to me, this is about communication coming in from on high. That's dealing with our thoughts. A lot of us could be in solitude for this reason, meditation. Let's keep it pushing. Ooh, wow. It says, you are granted the gifts of fertility, creativity, and earthly abundance to support all your needs. That sounds like the Empress card to me as well. Spirit is amazing, you guys. Amazing. It says, for nourishing body, mind, and soul, and to live your life fully and be capable of manifesting your divine purpose. Give yourself permission to be nourished. This includes your body and also providing your heart, your mind, your soul with what they are hungry for, which is meaning, sweetness, divine love, and permission to be authentic. Okay, okay, spirit. When you feel yourself, or excuse me, when you feed yourself that which truly nourishes you wisely and generously, you shall become one who can also feed the world that for which it truly hungers. Damn it. We have to get it for self first. We have to experience these changes, these transformations, knowledge of self first, and then we can be a light to the world. Yeah, yeah. Listen, it says in a reading, explore and experiment with nutritional wisdom which suits your body at this time. Understand that it may change over time. Remember that caring for the needs of your body is more important and spiritually mature than trying to force your body to meet the expectations of a belief system outside of yourself. This is spirit actually telling us what we're supposed to eat, how we're supposed to eat for our individual souls gain. Everybody's not meant to be vegan. Everybody's not meant to have meat. Your soul will give you instruction on your diet. Moving on. Don't starve yourself of what you need on any level of your being, including peace, solitude, love, time spent in spiritual communion, artistic expression, and nutrition. Answers are coming for your questions about all forms of nourishment, including nutrition. So do not give up when you are so close to finding your way. If you have been struggling with your needs being met on some level, then a blessing is given to help you into more nourishing and abundant situations in all areas of your life. Listen to this. It says your sacred companions for your spirit this lifetime, your body, your mind, and your soul, cannot fulfill their part of divine destiny if they are not properly nurtured. And this requires unlearning the social pressures to dominate the body and mind and practicing guidance and responsiveness that has at its heart discipline balanced with loving relationship, step by step with moderation rather than fantasism, and by experimenting with what suits you rather than what suits another are ways to work with nourishment wisely. Finding what works for you can only happen, though, as you begin to listen to the body, to your mind, and your soul. Listening as if your spirit were a caring and wise parent. Nature knows how to nourish and heal itself. Our bodies can guide us towards what they need for healing, as can our soul. As we recondition ourselves to listen rather than demand, we tap into the healing guidance of the divine feminine dwelling within us. What you derive pleasure from consuming at a physical, emotional, and psychological level will shift as your relationship to yourself changes. And rather than it being an act of will to be healthy, as you move towards what brings you authentic fulfillment, it will begin to feel like an act of pleasure. Then you will be turning nourishment into a sacred act of honoring the gift of your body, mind, and soul. God damn it. Some of us have no power because we have not been listening to our spirits. You've been going about trying to get power the way that the world, quote unquote, and when I say the world at this point, it's outside forces suggest that you should get power. When spirit suggests, and many other sages and master teachers and people who have been paramount in certain ages have taught that it's actually going within yourself is where you get your power. I'm going to shut up. Got to move on because this is already long. These messages, baby boys and baby girls, they're speaking for themselves. Not only that, from different decks, stuff is still, the same messages are being literally repeated. This is about getting to self. This is about being honest with self, reverencing and respecting and honoring you. Because it's in you that the power always has been, will be, always has been, is, and will be. Moving on. I thought I was done. Hold on. Stand in the light. This is what's happening right now. For those of us who take this time to begin to meditate, who begin to understand and appreciate that one, this lonely period that we may feel that we are in, we are not truly by ourselves. And it is meant to call us to ourselves so that we can hear from our spirit team, so that they can begin to instruct us on how to become more powerful. Because like I said before at the beginning of this, you guys, we are going to need the powers that are within us, that have been locked in us. We are going to need them. Damn it, I took the cards out. Number 16. Let me get some water. Whew. Here we go. You are unique. You are a divine and beautiful being. You stand apart from the crowd. Sometimes this evokes jealousy or desire in others who want to possess your light and beauty as their own. You need never fear that another, you need never fear another or believe that they can harm you. Allow yourself to be true to who you are. Do not try to hide your inner light and beauty. You are meant to be seen. Your soul is nurtured and protected by your love for great spirit. Don't avoid the spotlight or try to hide yourself, nor dull your light to appease another or even your own fears. Your true inner divine light and beauty is meant to help others. And the only way that can occur is if you allow yourself to fully be and express it. Do not shrink away from your magnificence when you feel challenged. Instead, step up to it. Or, excuse me, instead, step it up to an entirely new level of boldness. You have a gentle nature, but you are strong. If you have become obsessed with the beauty or power of another, it's time to come back to your own divine beauty, to unearth it, to explore it, express it, and let it shine. Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. You are the benchmark, and they will evolve to reach you. You know what this is telling me? What this is saying to me is, one, of course, we don't have to dim our light to make other people comfortable. That's number one. The second thing is, don't be afraid if your light causes certain people to move away from you, and that draws certain people in. The people who are meant to be with you, to remain with you, or even to just come into your life at any given season, when you're shining your light, those people are going to alter themselves. You don't have to change you. That's what a lot of the collective has been doing all these years, all this time. And that's due to the fact that we didn't know who we were. We didn't know we were the elect. We didn't know that we were the chosen. We didn't know that we were so powerful and that we actually really knew so much more. And we have been shrinking since we have gotten here on this plane. Because there is somewhere within us that is already aware of our magnificence. We're already aware of the light, of the powers that we possess. But because we are aware, and because we saw how other people around us, who could be adversaries, if you will, other teachers, to show us how to continue to shine our light, instead, we took their disapproval as, oh, okay, I care about this person and how they look at me or how they feel towards me. So, oh my God, I don't want to lose their whatever we feel that they provide for us. I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to just, it's cool. It's cool. I'll just tone it back. I'll dial it back a bit. And we have done that over and over again, starting with family members, then moving on to friendships, and then moving on from friendships to business. It's affected every area of our life, romantic partnerships, marriages. Yeah. And we have diminished ourselves. And because we first diminished ourselves, then every other relationship has reflected that. And spirit is calling us back to where? Say it with me. Type it in the comments whenever you come across this part. Spirit is calling us back to ourselves. And they are saying that now is the time, more than ever, to find out who you are, to find out your powers, to find out your purpose, and to own that shit. Most of us do know what it is. We've been given some insight. Okay. So you know what it is. You've just been hiding. You've been the one pulling it back so as to not make others uncomfortable, so as to not make it seem like you think you're all that and a bag of chips. Because when you were shining your light, maybe you got told, baby, shine a little less here, or let somebody else shine here. Moving on. The next question that we got is, what is hidden from the public at this time? The overall energy is a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So let's go ahead and get that Moonology deck. Here we go. Let's see. There was another card. Hold on, y'all. There was another card that I wanted to show. It was the Ten of Pentacles. It was the Ten of Pentacles. Here it is. The Ten of Pentacles was the bookmark for this Lolo, stand in the light. What I feel like the message that's being added to that is basically, you guys, when we shine our light and we tap into who it is that we truly are and all the powers that we naturally possess, that's going to, it's like that's a part of our inheritance. This is both a spiritual and a physical, very, very real thing. But our abundance, because that is a card of wealth, that is a card of prosperity, that is a card that of having material possessions, those things that we work for, or many people have to work really hard for and very diligent for. That for some of us is a sudden increase of wealth. It can come from receiving a lottery winning, or like I said, inheritance, or something else coming in. The wealth of the wicked being stored up for the righteous. Woo! Leaving that there. What is being hidden from the public at this time? It says it's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me, 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 me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. But as you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or even overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level, you've created this situation yourself, which means that you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. It says, be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings for this card could mean to be assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. Just like don't like bulldoze people. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. A lot of Aries could be, and wherever Aries is in your chart could be affected here as well. North Node Aries is Aries wherever it is in your chart. Okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. And also, you need to have more fun. Here's the teaching. It says the full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there is excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. All right, that's it, baby boys and baby girls. That could be in all aspects of our lives, relationships, work. Remember, this is what's hidden from the public as well at this time. So maybe something by fire. What's this card here? Eight of Cups. That's an emotional detaching. That is also sometimes a very physical detaching and walking away. This is matters where emotions are definitely high. Somebody is looking for something. They still feel that something is missing. And someone will be walking away from a matter that is very emotionally charged. Just put it like that. That could be family, friends, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, whatever. But somebody is walking away in search of the ninth cup, which is a cup of fulfillment. And when it comes to cups, that's also about the spirit. So many people are detaching from belief systems, from societal norms, from relationships of all sorts, because it's not serving them anymore. Something is still missing, and they're going to try to find it. Moving on. The next card is a time for healing. The balsamic moon. I guess I never did look that one up because I don't even see another card here. The balsamic moon. Lord, help me to find this very quickly, please. And thank you. A lot of moon energy here, right? Because the void of course moon came out from a totally different deck. We're looking for the balsamic moon. Believe in the impossible. The blue moon is coming up. Or I feel like if it ain't coming up, I think it is because that was the first word that came out of my mouth. If it's not coming up, it was this past, Aries full moon. Mm. Let me read this because I'm being led to. It says additional meanings for this card. It says to believe in your dreams. Okay, here we go. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance and that something one off could could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or if you're asking for too much of the universe. Because whatever you are asking about, well, it might not only happen, or excuse me, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. So be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. So basically, this energy with this blue moon is whatever you've been asking spirit for, source for, you best be very strongly aligned to it. You best have a knowing that you deserve it or that it belongs to you or what have you. Because if you doubt it, that's going to fuck you up, period. It also says miss the chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. It says the person that you are inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, then you can achieve it. And also, this situation is unlikely to repeat. So I feel spirit's telling somebody that basically, you better hurry up and figure out who and what it is that you want. And you better use the fact that you better believe in what you thought was once impossible for you guys, or something that you fear may not be as good as it really is. Because if you don't hop on this now, you may never get a chance to experience it again. That's what's also going on. That's something that's being hidden at this time. I'm also hearing for some people, it's like you better get in line, you best get in alignment with spirit, and you best listen to the directions and the urges of your soul now, because if you do not, you don't have another chance. See, spirit been giving me this right here. That energy, they gave it to me now maybe 3 weeks ago. On the Pretty Coach channel, I posted a video and I was talking about this and I didn't know why the hell I was talking about it, but I knew that there was an importance. Whenever I started talking about some shit and I don't personally know why, I know I'm channeling something. And Spirit was talking to me at that time, and I'll do my best to link it. Spirit was talking about how some people, they think that they can make different decisions because they have time, or because that a person may be there for them. No, my sister or my brother, you may not have the time or the chance that you may think. Let me keep it pushing. A time for healing is here and now. And if you don't take it, you're going to miss it. It won't come back again. Y'all, I never found about Balsamic Moon. Let's get it together. Did I or did I not? I had just read about the blue moon, right? Yeah, that's why I was like, Spirit, balsamic moon, where are you? That's not it. Okay. Where is the balsamic moon? Hold on, you guys. I feel like it's coming up. New moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, third quarter, full moon, disseminating moon, third quarter. Here we go. Balsamic moon. It says pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. There's that message. Yet again, this is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Start to work on your belief in your dreams so that you're ready when the time comes. Attuned to the moon, it says, when one is healed, all are healed. Hmm. Hmm. Additional meaning says it's time to let go of the past. You are about to turn the corner, so that's making me think about the Wheel of Fortune. You need more time to heal. Or think about how this situation would look if everyone were healed. It says patience is required at the time of the balsamic moon. It's a time for self care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon, which is just around the corner. No matter which point in the current moon cycle you have pulled this card, it is a reminder to go a little bit easy on yourself. The time to step into your creatrix power will come soon enough. Give yourself the time that you need. So I feel like what's happening and what could be hidden from the world, and the world could be your individual things that matter to you, people, places, things, and ideas, as well as the world on a bigger, larger global scale. What's happening is that there's a healing that's taking place. There is a shifting that is taking place for the purpose of letting go of the past, letting go of what worked in the past. The past was lies. The past was deception on a grand scale. The past was religious and doctrinal beliefs that they weren't all true. There was a lot of control that did not come from each soul into the collective, but more so from people imposing. Okay. So, with that being said, that is something that is being healed. That will be let go of. That came out in the reading that I did on Facebook Live. I want to say not this rising, yesterday morning, or rising rather. Moving on. Um, Also on in the individual energies, a lot of us are being called to heal some things and to release and let go of the past so that we can usher in something new. Sometimes sometimes the new thing is the renewal of something old, yes, and other times it is something totally new. But it's not new in the sense of it's new, but it's because it's coming from a new version of yourself. Like, that's the reason why they're still talking about your dreams and still talking about believing in what is possible or the so-called impossible. Okay. So there are some of us who we've been longing for certain types of relationships, friendships, family connections, as well as romantic and committed partnerships. We've been longing for something. So in that same vein, Spirit is calling us to ourselves, because it's like, are you really ready for what you've been asking for, though? Are you really ready for what you've been asking for? The answer for some of us is a no. It's a strong ass no, because why? We don't even believe we're worthy of having it yet. That's why Spirit is calling us to tend to ourselves and to listen to Spirit, our spirit guides and teams and our angels, to remind us of who the fuck we are and why we are worthy of everything that we're dreaming about and how we can actually have it. But we have to make sure that we are in alignment to receive it, whatever it is. And you also have to be prepared to let something go. If you a little holder, if you a little hoarder, if you are, and that could be that could be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. If you're a little holder and a little pack rat, you're going to have a hard time. But it doesn't mean it's going to be, and when I say a hard time, that's going to be a challenge for you, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't put this work in. No, Spirit is saying it's now or it's never. Moving on. How can we best prepare for the spiritual world events? Wait. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is right. How can we best prepare for these spiritual and world events that are coming? The first card out was change, and the card of the lunar eclipse. Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror, is coming out to me, specifically that part that says, it's time to make a change or something for once in my life. Mm-hmm. The world as we know it is changing. And as a direct result of this world also changing, there are those of us who this message is going to resonate with. We also have to change. Period. Let me tell y'all, Spirit has been talking about so far. Let me remind you, for those who might just tune in at this point, Spirit has already told us that we need to start eating better and that we need to don't listen to other people. Don't just listen to other folks and traditional spiritual even insight about what to eat. Spirit is saying, go within, meditate. Your spirit guides and the people who are assigned to you. When I say people, I'm still talking about the spiritual. Okay. And even the real people, because spirit channels through people, right? And depending on the level spiritually that you are on is going to bring certain people into your life and cause others to exit. So with that being said, yeah, tapping into spirit, the people that are connected to you for your highest good are going to instruct you on what you, the soul that you are, along with the powers that you have within you and the call upon your life, they're going to tell you what you should eat. Because this vessel that we have been given is a gift. They talked about the mind, the body, and the soul being a gift given to us at this time. And I know that many of us have not been doing well. I can't talk about y'all. I can talk about me. My spirit team been put me on game about what the freak I'm supposed to be eating. And little by little, I've been making those changes. And even according to the booklet, it said make the changes little by little. But I can assure you that it's time out for excuses. That's why this shit is happening. A lot of people are being sat down. And I said that at the beginning of this. I said that at the beginning of this so-called COVID and all this mess. I knew that this was something very big for the collective, for the elect. I knew it. This is about getting still so that you can hear directly from spirit, so that you can begin to come in alignment. And the whole time spirit is talking about how they're going to bless. Spirit was also saying that those who have been already putting in the spiritual work for themselves, they for sure were going to be blessed. It was 1111 on the clock as I said that and as I looked up. Those who are following spirit, those who are following your intuition, and who have been doing this time of this has been a blessing for you. Yeah, moving on. How we can best prepare. Let's tap into the lunar eclipse change card. Oh, before I do that, let's tap into the overall energy, which is that of the fourth house roots, guys. Roots. It said, oh, look at this. Look at this. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all now, if you're listening in headphones, please cut this down. I didn't know I was going to yell like that. It's 4:00 in the morning and I am yelling. But this is such excitement. The Ace of Pentacles, y'all. I told y'all with the fourth roots, the fourth house card, the roots. I said that deals with inheritance, it deals with ancestors, it deals with heritage and origin, your home, where you come from, not only where you come from, but even what you're going to build yourself, where you're going to be establishing and placing new roots. So it could also deal with the birth of babies and marriages. I said that. Let's keep it pushing. And then we get the Ace of Pentacles as the bookmark. And I did not look at this. I was just pulling the cards, guys. Come on. This right here is stuff like proposals, marriage, or bare minimum commitment. Hey, let's get a house together. Let's build something together. This is a very real, very true, stable offer of commitment. And it is going to come sudden, and it is going to come from divine leading the way with this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is also that sudden increase, like what I mentioned about the 10 of Pentacles. You guys, spirit is, baby, look, showing all the way out. And if don't nobody else see it, I do. I feel it. All right. So it says your question may somehow be rooted in the past. It says the fourth house is ruled by the moon and governs the feelings, all the ways that we are touchy and emotional. It deals with our dreams and our soul's yearning. It signifies the home, the family, and the earliest phase of childhood. God damn it. All the marriage, all the messages that spirit has been giving me. Like one of the last readings that we did, it talked about the inner child being healed. I want to say, God, what sign? Y'all, I don't remember which sign it was. I don't remember, but one of the signs the inner child was being healed. It was like their first card out. Part of me wants to say it was the Aries reading, but it could have been the Pisces. And I could still be wrong about that, but it's in the readings that have already gone out for the end of September. So check those out. Wow. And even to the time shortly before birth, when we are still in the womb, it is the babe within the womb. It is cover that protects us from the world. This, ooh, I'm hearing some stuff. I'm hearing some stuff. A lot of us are being kept in our homes to be protected from the shit that's about to literally take place in the world. I remember there was a channeling that Spirit made me talk about. Oh my God, you guys. Spirit made me talk about this, and they were reminding me about the Passover. They reminded me about the Passover. Obedience is the blood. You know, and I'm not, look. For those who may not believe in animal sacrifice, this should be coming as great great to you, a great message to you, because obedience to spirit, being guided by spirit, a lot of us being enclosed in our house, while we might be a little restless or we may not understand why we're having to be in here, it is a form of protection and provision for us. In that channeling, I was led to say that a lot of us are going to be protected. Our houses are going to be protected. No matter what goes on out there around us, we will be covered. Look, if I could remember after this is done to put all of these links and shit up, I will. The name of that channel's reading, though, was it's something dealing with the end times, and it's on my Pretty Coach channel. You can type in the Pretty Coach on YouTube and you should be able to find me that way. Here we go. It says, it is a cover what protects us from the world. This house represents nurturing, giving nourishment, and safety. It symbolizes mothering and motherhood, and also the father who is able to mother and nurture his offspring. The fourth house shows the beginning of the family and holds the memories of our ancestors. It represents the putting down of roots and the foundation to everything in our lives, our heritage and tribal affiliation. Mhm. In the fourth house, the self is centered and grounded, but also likes to hide away. As well as caretaking, it also represents hidden treasures and a place to retreat. All of these damn messages, guys, have been coming out in literally all the readings, all the zodiac readings that Spirit had me to do for the end of September. Watch them all, and you're gonna hear about retreat and meditation and all of that, and becoming grounded. Ooh, wow. There is both gentleness and emotional rawness in the fourth house. It says when this card shows up in a reading, home and family issues may have something to do with your question. And as it represents your current environment, family members, and where you live, real estate and land might also figure in, as in putting down roots or buying or selling a home. Y'all, didn't I say something about the wealth of the wicked being stored up for the righteous? I read somewhere, and it was a person who was channeling something from spirit. They were talking about so I wanted, it was someone on Facebook too, but all these messages are connected somehow. Somebody was saying how real estate and all that is like everything is about to like plummet. It's about to get real low. Some of us are going to literally be walking into homes that we never had to purchase. Anyway, I don't want to make it seem like it's sensationalized, but this is still something that's coming out for spirit. Here we go. It says this card can be the predictor of a birth or new members in the family, a pregnancy, and can sometimes mean care for the elderly, including nursing homes and hospital stays. This card also indicates the presence of angels and being directed by heavenly. Y'all, I'm going to stop right there. That is the overall message about the guidance that we will be receiving from spirit, period. In these times that are coming, that have been, there's nothing like these times that we're about to see. And for those of us who listen to spirit, we are going to be protected and guided literally by our angels. I said all this already. These messages, I don't want to say that they're becoming redundant because to me they're not. It's just confirming so much. Guys, we are being directed by heavenly. Look, that's why spirit had to first tell you that you're not by yourself. You're never alone. Your spirit team is here. What consists of your spirit team? Your ancestors, the angels that are assigned to you when you come here, and even before that, and even real people who are connected to you for your highest good, and you them. Moving on. Events or appearances of persons from your faraway childhood may suddenly be relevant again, and you may reconnect with someone and pick up again just where you started, even if it has been years since you've seen your friend. Memories also of past lives may surface, transforming areas of your present life. This is also, y'all, why I look like I got a shoulder pass? This is also the reason that spirit wants us at home. This is why spirit wants a lot of us at home. And why they want us meditating, why they want us to listen to our spirit team, because remember, this is that energy about calling all of your power from all times back to you. That's past life memory energy. And you need to know that for this present time. I said all of this. These messages are just confirmation. And this is given to us as a gift, guys. It's our inheritance. God. It says look for reunions and reconnections with people from your past or even relatives that you don't know very well or had long forgotten. It also says you may dig up fascinating news about your family or ancestry. Inheritances may figure in where you receive something that has been passed down to you. However, the home is the primary meaning behind this card. So, buying or selling a house, adding on to a house, selling real estate, and managing properties, as well as creating a secure home base, all relate to your question. This is in regards to how we can best prepare for the shit that's going on in the world at this time. Okay. It says, as the fourth house is also the house of dreams, imagining and relying upon magic could feature. After all, the fourth house is lorded over by Lady Moon, the mistress of magic and the unseen world. Oh, there are so many messages that have been coming in about the unseen for me personally. It is now time to use your imagination and make things happen. What you think now is what will be. As long as you don't worry and or fixate, your magical intentions will grow organically just like a silvery plant under the sacred moon. All of this, God, this is cool. This is just the overall energy, you guys. The actual messages though that came out is changed the world communicating. Let's get it. Let's get it. Where's the change the world? Here we go. Lunar eclipse. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The death card is here. You guys, I feel as though this is both spiritual and very physical. I'm literally even hearing that all of us are going to die a death. When I say this, I mean there is going to be death that takes place over all of us, as in the way that we are no longer going to be anymore. Physically speaking, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Transformation is here. Rebirths, renewals, they are here. And it's like I said, on a physical and spiritual plane, it is here. An increase in deaths. And then, just like I said, just personal things dying within us, manners of life, ways of being, certain behavioral patterns, certain belief systems. Death can be sudden. So I was getting messages the yesterday rising about so many different things just gonna be cold turkey, stopped, cold turkey, cold turkey, cold turkey. That's transformation for your ass. And all of this is gonna be divinely inspired and orchestrated. All right, let's get to the change card. When the lunar eclipse card presents itself in a reading, dramatic changes are in store. Such changes will be unexpected ones, the kind that might seem hard or will take some special effort on your part. And these will not be gradual, they will ease that or easy, barely noticed transformations. Your world may be rattled somewhat. It will seem more like a revolution. But do not be alarmed. However, because this altering of your life is essential in getting you where you need to be. We are all here to share our gifts and lead others to theirs, and it is never an easy path. I already said that. I already said that. That's the reason why there's been such a major emphasis on us getting to ourselves and becoming, calling all our power back, being our most authentic self, giving ourselves the love that we need, believing in the dreams that we hold within us, because that's how we're going to manifest the new earth. Moving on. Next card, the world. Here we go. Oh my God. Yep, there's going to be a transformation in unions, families, friends, committed partnerships, love. There will be endings, in my opinion, of third party situations. For some people, there may be transformations of third party situations, if that's what somebody sees as an ideal for their life. So there may be peace that comes, you know, love flowing from everybody. There are going to be reunions and reconciliations. That we just read that in the fourth. We just read that. All right, here we go. It says this is an ambitious card. It's about owning the world and being on top of the world. It is the ultimate card to have for when you need to be confident in what you are doing and to go for what you want and nothing less. This is power. This is power. It says, because the 10th house is the house of Capricorn, it indicates that you are about to put forth a diligent and concentrated effort. The climb and the advancement of your reputation is what the 10th house card means when it turns up in the spread. It also suggests looking at everything as the big picture. Since the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, wow, which is another card for what the most likely outcome for the highest good is. And that's about truth. Listen. Woo, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Since the 10th house is ruled by Saturn, being required to tell the truth or to be honest will have great bearing on how you advance your goals. Y'all, I feel like when it comes to friendships, when it comes to family, when it comes to romantic partnerships and the budding of them or the reconnecting of them, renewal of them, what is the major element here is that somebody or somebodies are going to have to come together to speak truth. The way that this situation is going to be transformed, the way that there will be reconciliation, the way that a reputation is going to be catapulted, okay, into its highest level, into a respectful level in their individual worlds and the world at large. Truth is coming forth. In fact, that is also what this communication card is going to be about. Truth is coming. The signs of Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra are indicated with that. I'm not going to even look into that card anymore. Throat chakras being opened, being aligned. And mind you, this could be any sign. But what I'm saying is, baby, the truth is coming out in all mediums, in all ways that it can. It's coming out. All truth is about to be revealed as well with a lot of the stuff that is happening on the world scale. That's what's coming. That's what's changing. And the ways that we can prepare for this is that we make sure that we're walking in our truth. Wow. It says people will discuss what you're doing, what you have started or about to make. You may be contacted by the media, become recognized, or at least you will see your efforts in some public forum. The matter at hand may also have something to do with governments. Yeah. The truth about governments are about to be exposed too. Yeah. About how they've been lying to us. Yeah. That's coming out as well. It says traveling to other lands or even encountering foreigners. Or it could just mean your ambitions are about to gain momentum. Layers of illusion will be removed and your essential self disclosed. So, for a lot of us and for a lot of people in the world as we know it, shit about to be, listen. The number 10, we're in the 10th month, right? October. Wait a minute. I don't got nothing to do with 10. I'm tripping. It has something to do with 8, right? But according to the way that we write this month in numer, oh my God, can I talk? In numeric order or whatever, it's 10. That's why I'm associating them together. 10th house. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Illusions are literally about to fall away. And that came out in the reading that I did yesterday, Rising. Capricorn came up in that as well. Spirit, you're amazing. And I give all glory and esteem to the spirit that is at work within me. I feel like some people are booking flights. I feel that with some of the things that could be getting ready to come forth, I feel that literally some of the ways that you will be helped is because flights are going to be booked for you to different places. Uh huh. Uh huh. I have to say it because that's what I'm hearing. Someone might literally suddenly reach out to you and be like, look, this is A, B, and C is what's happening. It's going to resonate with your spirit. You're going to recognize it as truth, possibly because spirit has also been showing you something. And this person is going to be like, look, I've got the funds to get you over here to da 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 da. I want you to come or I want you to go. This is also talking about the true self being exposed, the true self being revealed. It says this could be in relation to the public or a possible love interest. Mhm. If a love interest, they could be older or more established, or they will work along beside you in meeting your goals. See, this is the twin flame unions for me. This is those divine unions for me. I feel like a lot of couples are about to be revealed, recognizing who you guys are. There's about to be a lot of recognition, woo, about the power that you possess. And now somebody is going to be ready to walk alongside you. So if a person is older, that means another person is younger. And I perceive that the older person may not have taken the younger person so seriously until now. All right. Somebody is thinking right now. They're trying to think of a master plan right now on how they are going to take wise, logical, strategic action to make all those things in that 10th house energy happen. For some people, it's going to have to be that they communicate that they're single. It's going to have to be that they've been saving money, that they're financially stable now, that they've been taking care of themselves. Yeah. They might be asking if you're still single. Yeah. They may see you as self sufficient, or that person and you have both become self sufficient. And now you're looking more attractive to them. Listen, in association with all three of these bookmarks so far, this is the fact that somebody has left a third party situation and they've gotten themselves single. Why? It's for you, my dear. It's for you, my kind sir. Spirit has taught them, Spirit has shown them who you are to them. They recognize that you are rare, that you are one of a kind, and that they're not going to find the energy that you held. They're not going to find it in anybody else. It was you the whole time. Uh huh. And now someone's going to have to come and speak that truth. My battery is running low. Hold on. Let's go ahead and plug into the source. All right, I'm moving on from that. That's what Spirit gave me for that. Now, the last and final question, y'all, and I thank you for those who have made it through. Thank you. It's for you. When we ask Spirit, what is the most likely outcome for the highest good? The two cards that we got, we just read about that. We're going to read about it some more, though. And we got the void, of course, moon. It says your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Thank you. I hope that you guys are still here. I had a message come across saying that it was unstable and that they were going to try to reconnect. So I am hoping that you guys can hear me. I don't see this moving anymore. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? All right. I'm just going to say, I'm going to keep it moving. The Magician card is here along with the Truth card. So for some of you guys, the energy of Aries is here, but it can really be all signs, y'all, okay? It can be any sign right now. This is just standing in your power. Here we go. When the Saturn card presents itself, know that you are being challenged. It is time to make it or break it. Life may seem harsh and restrictive. You are facing an enemy who may be yourself. Saturn shows us that at times it is in our better interest not to have those things that we want, and that if we were to have them, they could lead us to our own destruction. If this is a time of sorrow or hopelessness, realize that it's all about diligence, sticking to what you believe in, and adhering to your goals. This is a period in your life that emphasizes toughness and work. It's all about not giving up and following through. You guys, I'm feeling like this could be like this. The Magician deals with every aspect of our lives. It deals with all the elements as well. The Magician is a healer. The Magician is a person who has used spirit, intellect, their emotions, and even their physical body to literally create the life that they want for themselves and for anybody else that's attached to them. Once you heal yourself, you can heal others. And this healing, you guys, is hitting every aspect of life. So for me, it's the spirit, it's finances, it's love, it's action, getting the mind right, getting the mind, the body, and the soul right. Okay? Here we go. Saturn also deals with power and control, often meaning law enforcement and the military. You may have encounters with the law enforcement at this time. Do watch for that possibility, although the encounter may not necessarily be a negative one. If it is, though, you will need to play by the rules and do what is thought correct or expected. We are talking about conventions here. You guys, I am getting images of dreams that Spirit gave me now, maybe 5 or more years ago, maybe even 7, maybe 6 years ago. Spirit gave me dreams about certain people literally being rallied, like gathered together and pulled out of their homes. And all of them seem to be African American. Okay. Also, anybody that's seen, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but what I'm talking about is how the law enforcement was involved with this, and so were even militarized police or the army, if you ask me. I've also been hearing about China being on American soil, the troops, okay? I literally had a dream that China would be here and that this country as we know it will begin to literally look like a third world country. There is going to be things like destruction and famine and just all this shit everywhere. These are the things that were coming back to my mind. So, you know, it's about to be some harsh truths. I do feel like this is not something though to be afraid of. Like that was one of the things that I feel like I should have started out by saying because Spirit is giving this message not to make us be afraid, not to cause fear or incite any type of panic. It's more so just a wake up call. Hey, if Spirit has been urging you to get true to yourself and to tap into who you really are, a lot of us are healers, you guys, and that's what we're here for. A lot of us are powerful and we are here for such a time as this. And if we do not tap into our power, if we do not become and rise up to the occasion of what we're sitting here for, not only will we regret that shit, but the world as we know it, which is what we came here for those who know what the fuck I'm talking about, great. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know if I can explain it right now. It's imperative that a lot of us heal ourselves at this time because, like I said, we're needed. The shit that the world is about to experience, there are so many people who are not prepared for it. They are not going to survive if it not be for the elect. And there are some people that we are supposed to help, to save. In whatever capacity, we are meant to do that. On the more positive side, you may meet a fatherly type who will help you advance with your goals. Saturn, and this is that older person. For some people with the twin flame connections, this could be an older male. Y'all, all this Saturn energy for these last two cards. I've laughed like that, you guys, because some of you guys who you'll understand why I'm laughing. Here we go. It says, you may meet a fatherly type who will help you advance with your goals. So for some of us, that don't have to always be a romantic partner either. That could be just a person who sees the truth about you, or they are just divinely inspired to take you under their wing, and they see your purpose and they see your gifts and your powers, and they want to help you. And they are going to help you. It is their divine assignment to assist you. If they show up, it's because they're meant to. Saturn can sometimes herald the appearance of a sage or a teacher. This will be no small thing and can indicate a mentor arriving just when you are in most need of one. Dealing with the aged may also be an issue now or in the near future. Problems with the bones, the joints, or the skeletal structure could crop up. Dental complications are a possibility. Feeling your age, no matter what biological age is, what your biological age is, will seem pressing and even worrying. Why have I not accomplished more at this age? Have I wasted my time? Did I allow important affairs to slip by me while concentrating on non essential matters? Many lessons are being learned and problems conquered currently or in the near future. The gift of Saturn is keeping you on your path and helping you to face parts of your life that you may dread, but you simply must fulfill. They are your contracts towards more solid achievements and a better life. Circumstances may be harsh for a while, but believe that your sacrifices will be worth it. It is a good time to be diligent and not rush anything. Whatever you are asking about is likely to take considerable time and not come about too quickly. Here's the void of course moon understanding and the bookmark that is associated with it. The sign of Capricorn. This is the card. This is the sign that rules the 10th house. Saturn is the planet that rules the sign of Capricorn, which dominates the 10th house. So Capricorn energy is also very important here for some of you guys. You're a person, that teacher, that lover for you, that husband, or that father figure for some of you guys could have Capricorn in their chart somewhere, somehow. Okay. Or they have these traits of Capricorn, which are that of control, which of that of a teacher, that of a authoritarian, a disciplinarian. For some of us, this is a partner who we're still bound to. We have a soul contract with them. And that's the reason why we can't get away from them as of now. And that doesn't have to be a negative, even though a lot of times this can be negative, it doesn't always have to be. We could keep being drawn to one another because as of now, our soul contract is not yet fulfilled. Okay. There may be some lessons that we still haven't finished learning, and this person, this energy, is the way, the vehicle that we are going to learn it. And I feel like, remember, they were saying it's going to lead us to a better life. All right, so here we go. This card says to sit still and stay as you are, to take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is the time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference. Don't bail anyone out or make loans currently because it is unlikely that you will be repaid. It also says medical results will probably not be accurate. And if your question is about a job or a career move, then it's not the right one. If you apply for a job and get hired, it will not be long lasting. Well, shucks. That just happened for me. I kid y'all not. Whatever. It says it's possible that you will get hired and then a more suitable job will come along and you will have to leave the first one. After a long and costly effort, your matter in question may fail. People around you may start behaving like screw ups. It could be that great passions are playing against you. Discipline is needed. It is not a time to act impulsively. Whatever you do as your routine will stay as it is. However, matters that are unplanned or spontaneous will tend to work out for you. Hmm. It says a void of course moon can be used to your benefit. So keep this in mind when this card shows up in a spread. For instance, you can work on something that you really don't want. Mm. You can interact with persons you really don't want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking upon anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the void of course moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, then it will be very likely that they will not come about. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the void of course moon turns up. It's a good time to dream and even to make plans, just don't act on them yet. Also, do not plan a wedding if this card comes up. Keep in mind, the time is not yet right. So this just looks like sitting still for a moment, not making any real hasty decisions as of now. I do feel like this is a time for us to heal. Okay. So, wow, you guys, that has been the reading. I also feel like one of the messages on a larger scale that's coming, and even the more individualized scale, is that for some of us, we can feel as if we are in the hardest time of our lives. For some people, they are going through the dark night of the soul. If you do not know what that is, I highly encourage you to look it up. Some people feel like they are in a storm right now. Like some people smack dab in the middle, in the eye of the storm. But spirit is saying to be still, to meditate, to know that this storm will pass over. In fact, the way that the storm is going to pass over is going to be by us meditating, getting to self, healing self, listening to spirit, being obedient to spirit. With what they say for us to do for ourselves first. Because what we manifest for self, we can then inspire and instruct even other people to do the same for themselves. Without further ado, you guys, thank you to those who have watched this to its ending. Peace, love, light, and darkness working to bring harmony and balance. This is the Pretty Coach with the Pretty Coach Oracles, and I am signing off. Please like, comment, and subscribe, you guys.